Hi, this is Christine from Cmonafu Loves Books, and today I'm going to read to you the first few pages of this book. It's part of the Mythical Ninth Division series. It's a series of 4 books, and they all have to do with these yetis, who are the heroes of the story. The title of this one is called Operation Robot Storm, and the author is Alex Milway. Here is the intro. For 150 years, a mysterious trio of heroic and resourceful yetis has existed as a top secret branch of the British Armed Forces. Over the years, successive generations of yetis have worked fearlessly to defend the world against the forces of evil. As the powers grow ever deadlier, the yetis fight on, pitting both strength and wits against the might of their enemies. They are the mythical 9th Division. So this book has a combination of chapter text and also pictures and some comics as well. From the files of Captain Ponkerton, Armed Forces Special Non-Human Operation Wing, which is abbreviated as SNOW. Summer temperatures plummet. Simon Frost reporting from Snowdonia. The most serious cold snap to threaten the country in 100 years is causing mayhem in much of North Wales. Last night, temperatures dropped further, reaching negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit over Snowdonia, and the temperature is expected to fall further still. Forecasters are completely surprised by the drastic change in weather and cannot explain the sudden appearance of a huge storm front over the area. They are predicting blizzards and ice storms over higher ground tonight. The immediate area has been evacuated, and the authorities are urging those in other parts of the country to travel to friends and families elsewhere. Chapter 1. An Unfortunate Interruption. Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world, home of the annual Intercontinental Challenge. And here it begins with some comics. The USA versus Britain. Bigfoot versus Yeti. He's gaining. I've got to jump. I'm going to need a run-up. And then something starts buzzing. Zzz, not now. Zzz, zzz, I don't believe this. Albrecht was the leader of the 9th Mythical Division, a secret troop of yetis that worked for the British Army. He was well built, though not big-boned, and had glossy golden brown fur. In fact, you could say he was a pretty good-looking yeti. The other thing you could say was that Albrecht was that he never disobeyed an order from his superiors. Never. Vzz. Albrecht, come in. Albrecht. Vzz. Albrecht slid to a halt and swung his arm around behind his backpack. His fingers unlatched his ROAR, the communications tool that kept him in touch with the army. A stream of diagonal lines shot across its small screen. He pulled up the aerial to improve reception. The speaker crackled again. Albrecht banged the ROAR against a rock, and a picture appeared on the screen. "Captain," said Albrecht, as the face of Captain James T. Ponkerton filled the small screen. He wore a flat military cap, a bushy mustache, and sported a uniform the color of overcooked peas. "Bzzz, are you there?" said Ponkerton. "Yes, sir," said Albrecht loudly, struggling to be heard over the whistling wind. "But I'm having problems with the ROAR." "We're all having problems," said the captain. "Humanity is facing its greatest test yet, in fact." "Test?" interrupted Albrecht. "Like a math exam?" "More like French grammar," Ponkerton said gravely. "Nothing makes any sense." Albrecht heard a noise to his side and turned to see a tall, two-legged hairy beast running towards him. It was bigger than Albrecht, which was no mean feat, but it was a Bigfoot after all. "Hold on, Captain," said the Yeti. The Bigfoot had huge black goggles and breathing apparatus strapped to his face. His long brown fur trailed behind him like the tail of a comet, and the U.S. flag was secured to the oxygen tank on his back. This was no ordinary Bigfoot. This was Bigfoot of the mythical 6th Division. "Don't mind if I do," said the Bigfoot as he powered on past. Albrecht growled angrily. "Unfortunately, the challenge will have to wait," continued Pinkerton, his words forcing the Yeti to focus again. "We need your sub-zero experience back home." "Britain?" said Albrecht. "Wales is suffering the coldest weather on record." "And?" said Albrecht. "It should be summer," said Pinkerton. "Oh. The fact of the matter is this. Some of our best Arctic-trained soldiers have gone missing in the mountains of Snowdonia, and we need you to get them back." Albrecht's eyes wandered to the mountainside, watching as the Bigfoot disappeared through a crack in the rock. The challenge was lost. "Albrecht!" The captain's voice crackled out of the ROAR again. "Sorry?" said Albrecht, dragging his eyes back to the screen. "You want us to rescue humans?" "I wouldn't normally ask you, but these are exceptional circumstances," said the captain, looking deadly serious. Apart from the Tibetan monks, and the Pinkertons were the only human family ever to befriend the Yetis, and had worked with them since the 1850s, when the mythical 9th Division was first created. Captain Pinkerton had commanded the division over 30 years, and in all that time he made sure the Yeti's existence was kept secret from the human population. But now the captain's orders were clear. Assemble the team and rescue our boys. Albrecht couldn't believe what he was hearing. "With respect, sir, we don't do humans." "I know, but just this once I'm asking you to break that rule. Our soldiers discovered something in Snowdonia. Unfortunately, they lost signal before we could find out what. If found the origins of this deadly unseasonal weather, then we need them back. You're the only ones who can do it." Albrecht felt his sense of duty take over. "Yes, sir," he said. "I'd better find the others. How long do I have?" "You've got 24 hours before Sherpa 1 takes you to Wales. Time is of the essence. We need to know what these soldiers found. The people of Snowdonia can't hold on much longer." Albrecht took a deep breath and saluted. "We'll find your soldiers for you, sir," he said. "Terrific," said Pinkerton, saluting back. "I will be in touch." The screen of the ROAR fizzled to black, and Albrecht was left alone on the mountain. It finally sunk in that he'd lost the challenge. The other members of the mythical 9th Division were not going to be happy. And that is the end of Chapter 1 of Operation Robot Storm. These books we sell at Usborne, and they cost $5.99, or you can buy the series of 4 books for $14.99. I hope you enjoyed that.